makes this look really stupid. But that's not me.
Not really.
This is Daniel Prince. Investigators say he was a compulsive liar, and they feared he might have hurt more than one person. Daniel Keith Prince was born in 1969 in North Carolina. He worked as a contractor and handyman. In Greenville County, South Carolina, he was accused of kidnapping and murdering 80-year-old Edna Suttles, a woman who had hired him for odd jobs. Suttles was reported missing in early February 2020. Her car turned up abandoned in Rutherford County, North Carolina, not far from where Prince lived. After digging into the case, detectives got a warrant, and on February 19, 2020, they arrested him. As the investigation moved forward, police found evidence they believed tied Prince to Suttles' disappearance and death. He was charged with murder, kidnapping, and possessing a weapon during a violent crime. Now, to the interview. On August 9, 2021, in Rutherford County, Greenville County detectives sat down with Prince. They started with small talk. The mood felt calm and normal. That was on purpose, a classic tactic to make him relax before the real questions began.
History Channel, I'm a history buff.
Okay. What's your favorite period or thing to,
I like the, you guys have COVID?
No.
Can I
Do you have COVID?
No.
Okay.
No, not to the best of my knowledge. As long as I'm not around a bunch of inmates, I'm going to take that off.
There you go. Yeah, that works for me. That way we can actually have a conversation.
One other thing, I'm kind of hard of hearing.
Okay.
Okay.
So am I, so is he, so...
Okay.
So we're all in the same boat, we all kind of understand.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Hmm.
So you already met my partner,
John.
Once again, I'm Greg,
Greg.
Walter.
Okay.
Both of us are investigators down in Greenville County.
South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I've never been to Greenville, South Carolina in my life.
Okay, fantastic. Well, you should. It's gorgeous
My
down
wife
there.
wants to go there because she says she's hears so much about how beautiful it is, and I've just been remodeling my home. We don't afford to go do much.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
And let's just get a couple of little administration data first.
Okay.
You're-
Am I under arrest? Or am I just being detained and we're figuring out what's going on?
We'll get to that in a second. Let's just
Okay.
knock out some of the admin stuff, okay?
Sure. What do you need?
All right. What's your first name?
Daniel.
And middle name?
Glenn with one N.
One N, Glenn. And how do you spell your last name?
PR, Papa Romeo, India, November, Tango, Zulu.
Prince.
Yes.
That's just,
It always throws people when I say that and they start writing so fast they get to
Yeah.
CE and have to redo things.
yeah. And date of birth? 2.
Yeah.
All right. What's a good phone number for you?
Now it is. I just got a new phone. My other one was cracked. It wasn't working real good.
Okay.
So,
That's a good phone number for you?
yeah. Well, it isn't right now because I don't have a phone on me.
Okay. Well, you know, whenever you get your phone back, if I need to call you up and
Right.
chat a bit more. And then,
Okay.
where are you living at?
Early in the investigation, Daniel Prince chose to share personal details with detectives. The information he gave helped them start building the case against him. Like most interviews, it began with basic questions to set the tone, then shifted as time passed. As the talk went on, the detectives pushed deeper, asking pointed, heavier questions they hoped would reveal more. At one point, they asked Prince about his current job. That detail could suggest a motive or show something important about his habits and character. What he said is unknown. That answer has not been released to the public, so the record remains incomplete.
North Carolina, 28018.
All right. And who do you live there with?
My wife. Last name.
Okay. What's your last name?
She used to be in your line of work.
Really? What'd you do?
She worked at, let me think of the name of it. 20 years between the two.
Where's that at?
Michigan, west side of the state.
Okay. Is that where y'all are from?
I'm originally from the east side of the state of Michigan,
Okay.
but I was in prison in Michigan for a while, and when I paroled to the west side of the state,
Okay.
and with her work with the police department and stuff, I met her, and
Is there a big difference between east side and west side of Michigan? Because you bring
there's
it
a
up.
huge difference.
Yeah, what's the difference?
The east side of the state of Michigan is you've got the Detroit, Wayne County, and the population, the racial demographic is very black, and it's been through the auto industries went bad and everything, and you've got a lot more poverty. The west side of the state is like Grand Haven and stuff, and people are a lot more affluent, and there's but where she was at, Muskegon Heights, is kind of like little Detroit. It's kind of a bad area too. There's bad areas intermingled in and out.
It's like anywhere nowadays, you know, bad area here, bad area there. Every little town always has their own little pocket.
Absolutely.
Of, you know, badness.
Yeah, there's no badness in Grand Haven. Grand Haven's like one of your top resort places, from what I understand.
Okay. What'd you get locked up for? Because you said you got paroled.
I got paroled. I was locked up for a kidnapping charge.
Okay.
And I did 13 and a half years for that.
Oh, wow.
I did 1.5 years for a false statement on a vehicle title. They were going to do that in case they didn't get the kidnapping to stick.
Okay.
The false statement on the vehicle title, when my wife that I had then, we transferred a title on a car, and there were little boxes, and I checked the one closest to the word wife, but it was for sister. And it's just, you know, when they're not sure if they're going to make something, they want something to hold you with. So the false statement, that's all that was. The kidnapping, I was doing some bad shit that I shouldn't have been doing.
Fair enough.
But I shouldn't have gotten kidnapping, but I was doing some bad shit.
What kind of shit? What shit have you gotten?
I really don't want to say.
We're just bullshitting.
No,
We're just bullshitting.
Nothing when you're talking to two police detectives in a room, it's just bullshit. Okay, I've been through the system enough to know that.
Yeah.
Okay, all I'm going to say about that is I did my time, I made my first parole, and I haven't been in trouble since.
Hey, and that's great to know. You know, a lot of people, especially being what you've been through, they come out and they go right back to it.
You know, I had a boss when I first got out, and he was getting in trouble. And the police, this is a funny story, these two lady police officers come to my house because they wanted to question me about him.
Yeah.
The one knocks on the door, and there's a set of steps. And I open the door, I don't have my shirt on, and I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "I'm with the police department, I want to talk to you about..." And other officers standing down at the bottom of the stairs with their hand on her pistol. And I'm like, "Are you officers concerned about something?" And she says, "We've been told you might not like the police." I started laughing. I said, "Let me put on my shirt, I'll let you in." I put on my shirt, they come in, and the woman who's my wife is sitting there. I said, "Y'all might know her. She works with the police department. This is my girlfriend. I ain't got nothing against the police. The police didn't put me in prison. I was being stupid. I put me in prison."
Yeah. And a lot of people don't even come to that conclusion either.
No. No.
So what do you do now?
I do a lot of, I hate to say it because I don't want to get in trouble with the IRS. I do a lot of home remodeling, home repairs. I lay a lot of tile, and I got a customer base that has me doing stuff and that sort of thing.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
Since I got out.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty good trade.
Since I got out. I've been doing it here and there, and you know, everybody pretty much thinks I'm Dan, because whenever I introduce myself, "Hi, I'm Dan,"
yeah.
So everybody, because I don't want people telling me they don't want me working for them, because everybody wants to look everybody up, and I'm not doing anything that I don't want somebody working with me.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, everybody's running everybody's name and
You ain't kidding me.
all that jazz. Okay, so why Bostic, North Carolina, come all the way down from, did you say Michigan or Wisconsin?
Okay, here, this is real easy.
Yeah.
My wife wanted to they had taken the police department she was in, the city manager's office there. She was close to being vested for pension.
Yeah.
So they went ahead and reduced her to part-time.
Wow.
And she had like about, I could be lying to you here, but like 3 to 6 months to be she was vested for pension. Yeah. And the city managers, one of the things she did for them a lot was she wrote grants. She got millions of dollars worth of new squad cars, all kinds of stuff. So for a few $1,000s worth of pay, they got rid of the person getting $1 million worth of grants. And they gave her part-time. And she wanted full-time work. So she started looking for full-time work. She got a job at the Air National Guard base at Charlotte, 145th Airlift.
Yeah.
And we moved down here because of that. And I started doing jobs for the people at the Guard base that were wanting little things done.
Yeah.
I'd do anything, man. 25 bucks an hour, whatever you need. First job I did was put in a little fence.
Yeah.
The next thing I did is I go out there and I put in all this landscaping stuff. I'm out there working, I'm from Michigan, I'm working out there, it's like 90 something degrees. I'm out there putting paper bricks and filling stuff in. Word spread that I would do things for a good price.
Yeah.
And then I just got one client, led to another client, to another client.
During the interview, Daniel Prince laid out his work history since getting out. He said he's from Michigan and started as a handyman, taking small jobs at the Air National Guard base in Charlotte, North Carolina. That helped him find more clients. He added that he'll travel anywhere for work. He's even flown back to Michigan, and claimed he has a lot of experience with home improvement. The detectives listened closely and pressed him for details, asking follow-up questions to pin down his story. After talking about his job for a while, they read him his Miranda rights, explaining he could stay silent, ask for a lawyer, and that anything he said could be used in court, before continuing the questioning.
Do you price out based on the job or hourly?
It's gotten to the point where they just tell me what they want done. I keep track of my hours and tell them how much they owe me when I'm done. Everybody trusts me because I do a good job for a decent rate.
Yeah.
So.
And you're traveling all the way from up here to Charlotte? What kind of commute was that?
It's about an hour and 15 minutes depending on the day. It's taken me as much as 3 before when 85 gets put
Oh yeah,
up.
85 is stupid.
Yeah, 85, and then I have to hit 485 because a lot of the work I do is in Piper Glen and Raintree.
Okay. And your
I'm
wife
having
was...
trouble talking, my throat's getting dry.
You're fine. I mean, we can probably get you a glass of water or something if you need
A
that.
glass of water would be great.
That's what I found for you. Give me more tea.
Might as well. So, your wife, she was doing the...
She was
full-time job?
full-time administrative assistant for the wing commander at the
Okay.
145th Airlift.
So she was in the military?
No, she was a civilian administrative assistant.
How'd you like that?
Not a girl. She cried the first 6 months because it was like she was having trouble making her way in.
Really?
And then she got doing really good at it, and she got a lot of friends there. She wound up doing really well, and she retired from it. She's a retired state employee.
Okay, so she finally got her pension.
She got pensions. She got a couple pensions coming in and things.
Did she get anything from up north at all?
Besides screwed, I don't think so. Not
Wow.
much of anything.
So she got that close and nothing.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, a little bit better.
well, yeah. It's kind of a little nerve-wracking to have poor people pointing assault rifles at you,
Yeah.
telling you to put your hands in the air when you're not expecting to have anybody bothering you.
Yeah, what were you up to today?
Hmm?
What were you up to today?
Today I had the outside of my house opened up.
Okay.
I was working on some plumbing stuff
Yeah.
and fitting some pipe stuff together. So
Yeah. So you travel a lot?
I do sometimes.
Or you stay mostly, I guess what I'm getting at is, how far out are you contracted, or are you just like a local guy?
Oh no, I'll go anywhere. I go back to Michigan to do work.
Really?
And in fact, I'm supposed to go back to Michigan the end of the month for the people that I was working. When I first got out,
Yeah.
I ran an ad in Craigslist, Handyman.
Yeah.
I grew up doing everything. My dad and my brothers, they did all kinds of house stuff. I knew how to do everything. I ran an ad for Handyman, and I did the same thing, and I started getting jobs here, there, and everywhere. Well, the one lady, I'm the only person she'll trust. She's flown me back to Michigan when they had 12 inches of snow. Okay, the roof comes down, you get snow on top, and you got ice that forms. Well, from inside the house, it's warmer. So what happens is it will melt the snow underneath, and when you got this big ice pocket, it starts getting back under the shingles and dripping down through her house. She's flown me back to come up there and chip ice off. And I'll do it and come back here. And then I got up there February of this year. I went back up there to do a little bit of stuff for her. And the ceiling was all wet in the bedroom. And I told her, that ceiling's going to come down. I can't sleep in this room anymore. Because she had her room and I was staying in the guest room. I took off to come home, and I was halfway home and she called me and said there was a crash, the whole ceiling came down. She's been trying to get people in there since February to fix this ceiling. She got some people to come in and clean it out, and she wants me to come back and now put up the drywall in mud. I figured it'd be about a 4-day gig, 1 day to put the drywall up, first mudding, then second mudding, third mudding, paint, and go home. And she told me she would give me what the insurance company gave her
Oh, wow.
to cover the damages.
How much is that?
losing her mind. She says that she thought, one time she said she thought it was $2,000, one time she thought it was $2,500.
Yeah.
I told her I don't care either one, I'm fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Whatever works for you, whatever you can do.
I'm gonna go up to Michigan, I'm gonna spend $300 on gas on a round trip. I'm gonna spend 4 days, which is 1 full work day and 3 minor days, and come home with $2,000 or close to it in my pocket, so that's $1,700 minimum. What do I care?
That's right.
Yeah. How long does it take you to drive up?
To her place, because it's on the left side of the west side of the state,
Okay.
with good traffic, about 11.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a jaunt. So you drive up one day,
Yeah.
do work the next.
Okay. Where are you staying at? I mean,
Her house.
Okay. They don't put you in like a hotel or anything like that?
No, she's got a guest room.
Oh,
She's
that's
like
awesome.
she's like my old aunt. In fact, today she calls me and she says, "I'm having problems." I said, "What's your problem?" She was in a vehicle accident 2-3 weeks ago. She hasn't got a vehicle, and her family that's there is elderly. And she says, "They're getting tired of driving me around. I don't do anything." I said, "You got all the money in the world. You got an 830 something credit score. Go get a vehicle." She said, "Well, I don't know how to get that. I can't get there." I said, "I'll tell you what. Let me call the Jeep dealership in Grand Haven.
Okay.
I'm going to ask them for a guy that wants to make a sale today. And you might as well start putting on your makeup, because they're going to come out to your house. They're going to pick you up. They're going to take you in there. I will talk to them. They will get you set up with your insurance company, get you a tag on your vehicle, and you can drive home." I called. The guy was more than happy to drive 3 miles to go pick up a lady to sell a Jeep. Better than sitting around there all day waiting for someone to come in and buy a Jeep. So, there it is. And this is the kind of customer service I give to all my people. And Karen's more than a customer. She's like a great, wonderful aunt now. And she's 71 or 72 or something like that. And never had really mention going on for the last 20 years. Her husband died, got his head crushed in an accident in a machine shop. She got a lot of money because they had taken the stuff out of the machines.
Oh, wow.
The woman's got all kinds of money.
Well, that's really good on you to actually be willing to drive up there.
Well, she pays me.
Yeah.
She trusts me. I treat her well. And she was there for me when I first got out. She knew I had gotten out of prison. And she allowed me to go over there and do some yard work for her. And it basically became a trust thing. In fact, another one of my buddies got out of prison later, and there was 2 people jobs. I got him some work, doing stuff for her. She trusted me to have him there. And he wound up going back to prison for some shit that I would have never thought he'd have gone to prison for in all my life. But I tried to help him. It just didn't take.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But at least you got a good reputation, and she takes you for your word, so you got that going.
Everybody is like that. Yeah. I have people all over the place that I go and help. I go look at jobs all over. I go look at jobs, shoot, I've been to Tennessee, I've been to North Carolina, South Carolina, Michigan doing stuff. I've got people that have a property in, don't get me lying to you, it's either Virginia or West Virginia. I think it's Virginia.
Yeah, what's the difference?
You know, what's the difference? Rednecks and moonshine.
West.
And so they had me looking at a cabin there, and I was going to do some remodeling work for them there. And then she had got downgraded from they either call it a technician. I think one of the guard positions is a technician, where you don't make as much, and then the other one's your full guard. They reduced her position to a technician. She was still a colonel, but she lost like $40,000 a year. And she decided to opt out of that. Still very good friends with them. I've done a lot of work for them in South Carolina, Rock Hill. I mean, I travel all over.
Yeah.
You got to go where the money is. Excuse me.
You ever been in the military?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do?
I've done a lot of things. I've got several MOSs.
Well, I mean, because you know, you gave me the mnemonic alphabet when you spelled it.
Kind of picked up on it.
That's because people slow down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they start writing as soon as they think it's Prince, they go to CE. So when I spell the last name, I do it phonetically because they slow down. I went in originally, I started working with helicopters.
Okay.
I was a 67 November helicopter mechanic crew chief. Went to Texas, worked on helicopters there. Put myself on levy, went to Germany. Started working with a special forces unit in Germany. Started OJT and doing that, and then the Army said you can't OJT into that because you have to be jump qualified and all the other different things you have to do. But I got NBC, which is nuclear biological chemical training, and I worked in one of the chemical rooms when I got hurt. I've been hurt a couple times in the military.
Doing what?
Just bullshit, getting hurt,
Yeah.
you know, nothing long term.
Okay.
And just
How long were you in for?
4 years, 9 months, 13 days.
So you started off as a helicopter mechanic, then you went over to,
Now, if you run that and you check, you're going to find a discrepancy there. I went on June 12th, 1980. I got put out on September 5th, 1984 on a medical discharge.
Okay.
The reason that you'll find a discrepancy is for some reason when they issued my 14, it said I'd been in for 2 years and 10 months. I never figured out why they did that, but I got Senator Don Riegel in Michigan to do an investigation on it, and they came back and they gave me a corrected, but they don't give you a brand new DD, they gave you a slip saying it was correct.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, is that what it is?
Yep.
Okay, so if you run it and it says I was in there for 2 years and 10 months, I wasn't lying, run it deeper. It'll show you that I'm telling you the truth.
Okay, so a helicopter mechanic in Texas and then Germany.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you like Germany?
I loved Germany.
That was early
I
80s.
was,
That was before the wall fell too.
Yeah, I was up to Fulda Gap one time. God, that shit scared out of me.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Stupid story. Oh, man, I felt like a total ass. I'm a young kid, okay? I'm 18 years old. 19 maybe 19. I'm up there on the Fulda Gap. We're doing war games. If you look down the other side, you see all the Eastern Bloc nations doing their war games. There was Hindy helicopters flying around, and they'd turn and they'd start cranking the gun, but they wouldn't fire, just to intimidate you. Well, they're telling us people might come across the border and screw with you. So I'm sitting out there up on this hill. Down the other side, there's a town probably about 2 kilometers away.
Yeah.
And I start hearing through the brush. And I'm on the radio. We got a problem. Because I'm supposed to be me and my 2 buddies, and that's all we see. They come out, they fly over with a helicopter, they shine a light, they don't see anything. A little while later, I called because we were in the same thing. Did this 2 or 3 times. They come out there and start looking around. You know what it was?
What?
Hedgehogs.
Really?
They had a bunch of hedgehogs where they were migrating or moving at that time of year or whatever the hedgehogs were doing, or there were just a lot of them in that area. I got the absolute living crap scared out of me by a bunch of damn hedgehogs.
Wow. I bet that's scary. I mean, being up there at the Russians.
Oh, and things were really not good at that point.
No, it was not.
No.
It was not, man. Wow. I mean, you know, you're a history buff. You look at all the times we got close to one of the sides hitting the button.
Oh, yeah. We were always getting put on alert for something.
Yeah.
I was doing gate guard, which they called UP, Uniformed Police.
Yeah.
I was standing at the gate, you get it for 30 days at a time. And they had a time, one time this general pulled up with his driver and everything, and the general and his wife didn't have an ID, and I'm holding him there.
Oh, yeah.
And the guys driving for him, they got sidearms. And I got an AR-15 M16 with 5 rounds in it. And I'm telling him, I said, look, I'm not going to screw up how I do my job with a general watching me.
Yeah.
And my job is to hold you till someone comes and signs this in or shows me proof of who this is. And I made him open the trunk. I said, for all I know, you 2 guys kidnapped a general. You're getting on base. And I have to be careful here. The guy says, you won't just let us sign him in. I said, absolutely not. I like my rank.
Do it the right way every
Do
time,
it the
and
right
you won't
way.
go wrong.
I said, and you guys got to do it the right way too. Well, we're in a hurry. I said, well, you should have got your IDs then.
Exactly.
So, you know.
I mean, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't with that kind of situation, you know?
Right. So you guys aren't really interested in all my past and all this
No,
shit.
but it's interesting.
It's interesting, man.
But
Okay. Why am I here?
Alright, well, before we talk to you.
like you see on television, you know how it is.
Yeah,
You can
my
stop
friend
at
will
any
explain to you.
time. We'll read you your rights.
I have the right to remain silent. If I give up the right to remain silent, everything I say can and will be used against me, which is, there's no positive in there.
There's no positive. It's not can and will.
Right.
It could be.
Yeah. I have a right to an attorney. If I want an attorney and I can't afford one, you'll provide me with one.
Free of charge.
Yeah.
Alright.
So
So,
oh, sir, one thing. One of you needs to go get my reading glasses. I told him if you were going to have me look at any paperwork I need.
Where are they?
I'll go get 'em.
The officer took them from me.
That's fine.
And I can't read to sign anything.
That's fine.
I'm just not trying to be a problem.
You're not. We don't want you to be a problem. We don't want it to be a hassle either. So I guess West Virginia and Virginia is sort of like West Michigan and Michigan.
Actually, they were 2 different states, but yeah, kind
But
of.
it's sort of like,
Yeah. You guys are doing a great job of being real nice to me here.
we could be doing some tedious stuff somewhere else the way we look at it, but we're gonna follow up on something anywhere, fellas.
Well,
I'd
whatever
like
you're
to
here
travel.
whatever you're here for, it's gotta be important enough that you went ahead and sent a whole bunch of people to come get me.
That's a true statement. But if we do it right every time, just like your job in the military, we won't go wrong, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Right. If, this comes down to me needing to go down to South Carolina to talk to somebody, I don't have a problem doing that.
Okay, that might speed things up. I don't know what the process is to get you back.
I don't know. Extraditions can take a while.
Yeah, I've heard.
If you waive extradition. I don't know what this could possibly be, but if it's,
We'll explain it to you. He's the lead investigator. I help him on a lot of stuff. He helps me on stuff, so I will let him take the lead. Do
I
what he
figured
wants.
that the one girl out there, I asked her, I said, why would they have come at me as hard as they did? And she said, I told her I had a criminal record. She said, if they run you criminal record in the background,
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
you had a violent crime, then they're gonna come at you like you're gonna hurt them.
We have to check that box, and when they look at that, that's,
And I'm sure you guys ran me before you came.
we did.
And I'm sure you saw that I've been to prison.
Mm.
And I'm sure that's why they thought we'd have to be very careful.
They do this thing called a matrix now, where you have to put little points beside it. And that adds a lot of points, where we have to add some.
You realize all my convictions for stuff were 30 years ago
I know
almost.
that now. But still, they have to check that box.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
You know, I see stuff happen all the time. In fact, I called the police for something about a week ago, and I thought the guy might have had a gun in his backpack because the way he was acting squirrely. I'm telling my cop, please be really careful. Like I said, nobody in your job position ever put me in prison. I put me in prison being stupid.
Well, looks like you're moving on though, so
I really am.
that's good.
Yeah.
When'd you get out? What year?
I got out December 15th, 2009.
So you maxed out, or you have to do
No,
some
no,
parole?
I made my first parole date.
Okay, that's good.
Well, I made my first parole date, but Michigan, they send you 3 months before you're able to parole. And they had me go ahead and talk to the parole board. And then they wanted me to talk to a psych.
Yeah.
And they had me talk to a psych, and the first one they sent me was a psychologist, not a
There you
psychiatrist.
go.
That's a big difference.
And so then they had to redo it, so it took another 6 months.
Mhm.
But they let me go on the first time. In fact, I was plus 16 for probability parole.
Yeah.
And the guards told me they'd never seen anybody higher than plus 4 or plus 5. Because I didn't get in any trouble the whole 13 and a half years maintained board.
That's the secret, ain't it?
Yeah, I didn't. I did something that rightfully put me in prison. Okay.
Alright, here we go. So, before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights.
Do you want to initial or just
You
check?
can initial.
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent.
Yep.
Anything you say can be used against you in court.
Yeah, always is.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have him with you during questioning. If you have no money to pay a lawyer's fee, the court will appoint one to
You have the right to stop at any time.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty much boilerplate.
Okay,
Miranda.
that's fine. If we can read the waiver. And just
I understood the statements, and I understand that my rights are, I'm willing to make this statement and answer questions. I understand that I know what I'm doing. No promises or threats. You guys gotta quit threatening me.
I'll stop.
Okay.
stop me, I mean.
You want me to fill all this out?
Yes, sir, best of your ability.
I'm pretty sure I can handle it.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
No, you would. No, you probably wouldn't. You.
I-
These stories I bet before.
Oh, yeah.
Have kids?
Oh, good Lord, no.
Oh, good Lord, no.
My penmanship is horrible. My arm, I got hurt and stuff, and my arm shakes. Education, some college.
Sure, that works.
School attended.
Oh, man. Did that while you're in the service, huh?
Huh?
Did that while you're in the service out there?
Yeah, you know what was really cool is they had it to where, just a second, this one the recorder saw it.
Detectives quickly noticed that Daniel Prince liked to talk. In an interview, a talkative suspect can slip and share key details or even part of a confession without meaning to. The investigators leaned into that, asking open questions and letting him speak at length. They were confident his own words could help them close the case. After covering his job and work history, they turned to the missing person case of 80-year-old Edna Suttles. They knew Prince had worked for her as a handyman, so the link was there. The detectives pressed for specifics: when he last saw her, what work he did, how they kept in touch, and who else was around, chasing times, places, and contradictions that might reveal evidence and bring them closer to the truth.
They had it to where I actually was able to take classes over in Germany. They had people that were on the different concerns over there that were able to go ahead and give you your test. It was mostly classroom stuff, very little, what do you call it, when the instructor stands in front of the class? Very
Lecture.
Yeah.
Lecture, that's the word.
Kind of like go on FaceTime it, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Did you actually get a degree out of there or no?
No.
What were you studying?
Law, criminal justice.
Okay, looking at being a lawyer.
I was originally wanting to be an attorney, yeah.
What field?
I wanted, God, you guys would laugh at me if I told you.
I used to want to be a corporate lawyer.
Well, I didn't want to do that. I actually wanted, that sounds boring to me. I actually just wanted to get the law degree and then kind of figure out by trying different things work where I wanted to be. I wanted to be a judge.
Oh, wow. Why is that?
Go big or go home.
There you go. Because it sounded like a cool job. I was
Sounded like a
20
cool
years
job.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get to be in charge.
Wow.
Why
All
am
right.
I here, sir?
I'll talk to you about August 27th, 2021 of this year.
What day of the week was that?
Oh, it was a Friday.
Okay.
Where are you on that day? What's your typical Fridays like?
Some Fridays I go do jobs, some Fridays I stay home, some Fridays I go look at jobs, I do all sorts of things. Days run together for me because I don't have a set schedule.
Fair enough. As the jobs come, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so specifically the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
What, 2 weeks ago? Do you remember where you were at?
Not specifically.
Where do you think you were at?
I've been going all over the place. I've been back and forth to Charlotte. I've been down to South Carolina.
Yeah. Like, where's your jobs in South Carolina taking you?
Actually, I was down to Traveler's Rest, but I don't know if it was Friday or Thursday. I know I'd been there earlier that week.
Okay. But you don't remember which day specifically?
No, it was either Thursday or Friday.
What kind of job were you working on?
I wasn't.
You wasn't?
I wasn't. This lady had talked to me several times. I'd been down to her house 2 or 3 times. We kind of got to be friends. This woman has so many damn problems, mostly her daughter.
Yeah.
And what she did is she had me looking at ductwork that she wanted done because somebody had done ductwork for her and she was suing them because they didn't do all the ductwork or something. She would call me and have me come down there.
Okay.
And she was constantly having problems. She said she needed to have money at one point in time to help her daughter because her daughter was in jail. Then she needed money another time because, what was it the next time? She was hiring a private investigator because her son-in-law she talked to me all kinds of stuff about it. We got to be pretty good friends about stuff like that. But she kept seeming like she was blowing me off by actually doing any work for her. She was going to have a guy come out and wash her house, and I said, well, if I'm coming down here to look at other stuff, I got a power washer. I can wash your house and clean out your eaves for a couple $100. She was going to have me do it. Packed my power washer up. Went down there. Never did the work because I don't have the money right now. I got to sell a bunch of jewelry. I got to sell a bunch of stuff to go ahead and get more money for a private investigator. Then she wanted a different private investigator because she didn't like the one she had. So it was like one excuse after the other.
How'd you meet her initially?
Years ago.
Okay.
Years ago, it was somebody had given me her name or number or my name and number. I get passed around a lot.
Okay.
So it was a years ago thing.
That's pretty awesome. Your name made all the way down to Traveler's Rest, South Carolina. That's good reputation.
Yeah.
Solid work.
I do that. And like I said, with the thing with sharing, I give my customers good, I don't advertise. The only way I get work is if somebody gives my name out.
Mhm.
Okay, so you went down there, and where's her house at? Cause you went to her house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know how to get there.
You do?
Yeah, I've been there a few
Yeah.
times. I don't know the actual address anymore. But I take and go 74 to where the exit is for 25, and I get on that and I just keep going until I see her house.
Okay. And then you just pulled in and.
I just pull in. I either pull in the front, and then she told me you need to start pulling in the back, and then I
Okay.
pulled in the back, and then she said one of my friends came over to drop something off, or somebody came to drop
Yeah.
something off. She said my vehicle was in the way, so if I was going to pull in the back, pull up further.
Okay.
And you know, you pull in, you don't know where people's septic tanks and stuff are, and you pull
Mhm.
in, you don't pull in as far until you need to.
Yeah.
So I wasn't, but that's it.
Mhm.
So did you pull in the front or the back? When you first showed up to meet her?
The first of the week, I pulled in and back.
Okay.
I don't know if I was there later that week for sure. or not.
Last time that you were down there.
The last time I was down there, I pulled in the back.
Okay. And she meet you outside or in?
I'd go up, knock on the door.
Okay.
So you go talk to somebody, you go knock on their
Well, I
door.
don't know if she was waiting for you outside or what.
Nah.
And so you've been down there a couple of times that week?
It could have been 2 times that week. It might have just been once. And
Yeah, any kind of ledgers or anything like that? Anything on
can
your
I
phone?
see my one phone? The little one that's broken. That's the new one. No, that's the new one. That's the little one that's broken.
This one?
Yeah.
Just tell me where it's at.
Is there a reason you want me touching my phone?
I mean, you can touch your phone right there.
Okay. That's how you get into it.
Okay.
And let me see. That's a calculator. I always hit that for calendar.
Okay, yeah. I get those confused.
Okay.
Yeah, 27th is Friday, and that's never ringing a bell?
No, because I have my events marked here and here.
Okay. So you were down there on the 25th?
I think I was down there on the 24th.
Okay. And what would she have you working on, or would she send you down there for work on that you didn't work on?
Well, she told me she had a truck or something I need a truck. And she said that she had some paperwork that was going to be done on a truck at that point in time, and I was going to look at a truck and possibly get a truck from her to go ahead and do some work.
Okay.
And she was mostly interested, and she also had some stuff that I really wasn't qualified to do, but I got a buddy that I thought I might be able to talk to
Yeah.
to help me with it. She said she had some termite damage and they needed some boards replaced under her house.
Okay, gotcha. So she was more so just having you look at something and see what needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
How much does she typically pay you when you do come down?
That's the problem. I never got a work from her this time. I went down 3 or 4 times because I thought I was going to get a good job out of it,
Mhm.
and the woman never. It was always one excuse after
So it's
another.
3 or 4 times you've been down there?
Yeah, 3
And
times.
she's never given you work?
No,
And you keep going down there, so what's she paying you?
nothing. I didn't get paid
So
anything.
it's a waste of money, a waste of time and money.
But you know, a lot of my time, I go to look at things. I'm supposed to go look at a job tomorrow, which I'm betting probably won't happen at this
Okay.
point. But I don't know if I'm going to have that. You look
Yeah.
at stuff, and the thing is, she's so sweet and so nice,
Yeah.
and you want to help her.
Mhm.
And she says, if I get work for her, I'll probably get other work.
That's good. I mean, that's great.
I mean,
Well, that's kind of how it works. That's how you market yourself, and
yep,
you do good work for her. She tells her friends. Next thing
Yep.
you know, you're doing everybody on the street, especially a small community like that,
Yep.
where everybody knows everybody.
that's correct.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, and she had mentioned a lady that she's doing work for. That she goes over there on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and sometimes on Fridays.
Mhm.
I think it's Wednesday. And her schedule got switched. She had to do different things. But anyway, she goes and takes care of this really old lady.
Okay.
It has places near Gatlinburg, Tennessee,
Okay.
and she
Yeah.
had sold a couple of her places, and she mentioned to me that old lady might need some work too. And I was thinking, oh cool, if I can get some work at Gatlinburg, Tennessee, I can take my wife with me.
You on vacation?
Yeah, and the place I'm supposed to go do work for real soon here is at Lake Tillery. Some people that have a lake house.
Yeah.
That's a 2.5 hour drive from my house, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when you figure where she's at, it's really not that much farther than Charlotte. And it's also a lot better traffic.
Right.
You go going towards Charlotte on 85 and things get
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we know.
I grew up in Charlotte.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
Sure did. Alright, so
Why
what,
are we...
what you're telling us is that's not you on the 27th? Food Line parking lot, Travelers Rest?
I don't think so.
That's not you.
That's me. Where's that?
Food Line, August 27th, 2021, 9:23,
Okay.
32 seconds. Ringing a bell?
Yep. Yeah, I went down to Food Alliance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were you doing down there that day?
She wanted me to look at some stuff at her house,
Okay.
and she picked me up at Food Lion because she wanted me with her when she was gonna go meet some guy for God dang it, private investigator.
When detectives asked about Edna Suttles, Prince said she was caring for an elderly woman and that he'd done handyman work for her before. But when they showed him photos of himself near Edna's car, his story changed. He then claimed Edna had asked him to help her meet a private investigator. The detectives were skeptical and kept pressing for details, times, places, and what was said, believing the truth about their relationship could be the key to the case.
I need to meet her down there.
Okay.
She was nervous because she says, I'm not sure I trust this guy. And she knows I've been in the military. And she says, will you meet me? And I go, yeah. And I said, where do you want to meet? She says, well, he's been talking to me. I guess I'm supposed to meet him at a restaurant. And I'm supposed to meet him down near Food Lion.
Okay.
So I went down to Food Lion, and she met me. And he didn't show up where we went to next. And she had been trying to get a hold of him. And we went to her house for about 2 hours. And then we went back to Food Lion. And it just...
She just dropped you off and you went home and you just noticed something about PI?
Well, she wanted me to see if this guy was going to meet her where he was supposed to meet her.
Do you know where?
There was a hotel lobby that he had finally said, meet me at the hotel.
Okay.
She says, drive up there and see if he's there. And I drove up there, and things are starting to sound really squirrely to me. So she says, when you go up there, I want you to drive me around and take care of stuff.
Okay. So you drove her around?
I drove her around.
Where'd you all drive to?
I wound up driving her back to her house. Because
Okay.
she said her daughter was coming up and she'd have her daughter help her pick up the car and stuff.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So,
Because her daughter was supposed to meet her.
did you ever meet her daughter?
I've never met her daughter.
Okay. So that's you and the Food Lion,
Mm-hmm.
checking out.
Mm-hmm.
You bought some yogurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prince kept describing his time with Edna, saying he was helping her finish a few tasks that day. He repeated that she'd asked him to help set up a meeting with a private investigator. When detectives asked about Edna's daughter, he admitted he'd never met her. That set off alarms. It sounded like he was holding back, so the detectives pushed for more names, times, and places, hoping to uncover the truth about his role in Edna Suttles' disappearance.
Then he was having all kinds of issues, and she was afraid he was running her all over hell and back.
Okay.
And then she finally said, just drop me off at home. And if you drop me off at home, my daughter will pick me up. And I said, because I got to get going. I can't be
Yeah.
doing this all day. So that's it.
What were you driving?
I was driving a blue car.
Okay.
Your wife's car or your car?
My wife's car.
You got a work truck?
No.
Okay. So that's y'all coming down 25, you and her together? Back towards the hotel?
It could be.
Okay, because that's their car. That's about 13:45 on the 27th.
Okay.
So you're with her there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not saying yeah. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that could be her.
Yeah, here's a different angle, but I mean, we've watched this car, right?
Okay.
Here's y'all in the hotel parking lot.
Okay.
Yeah? Oh, look. There's y'all backing in.
Yep.
Yeah, a couple of different copies of it. Backing in.
Yeah.
Oh, look. You get out. Nobody else gets out.
I told you that.
You're walking around the car.
Yeah.
You wipe the entire car down.
Because I was worried.
You were worried. There's you walking across the parking lot in front of Little Caesars.
Mm-hmm.
And there's you getting back into your car and driving away.
Well, she's with me.
Look, man. Where's that?
I don't have a clue.
We need to know. Listen, Dan,
Mm-hmm.
okay? You are a good dude. I honestly do believe that you screwed up years and years ago.
Okay.
And now...
Can I look at these?
What?
I just want to look and see what you're talking about.
Let's
No,
have a
first
second.
thing-
We need to hear this, man. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're not a bad guy.
Right.
Nobody is saying that you're some evil, twisted dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We need to know where it is. We've processed the car. We found the dirt. Where did you go off-road?
I never went
Where did
off-road
you
with her.
leave?
Oh! I can tell you exactly where she and I had gone off-road.
Please.
When we were going from 25 south,
Mm-hmm.
there was, off to the right, there was a truck with a trailer and another vehicle there that had a for sale sign on it. And it looked like an older truck. And I needed a work truck. And I went ahead and I pulled in and with her, and then we pulled out. And it was right there on 25.
Where's right now? Her family is desperately looking for her.
She's missing right now.
Yes, Dan, where is Edna?
I don't have a clue.
Yes,
I
you
dropped
do.
her off at her house.
Dan, please listen. You did not drop her off at her house. We have followed that car the entire day up and down 25.
Mm-hmm.
There's a number of minutes that are unaccounted for that are not by her house. Okay?
Which car? Mine or hers?
Dan, stop playing games. You know what we're
When I
talking
got,
about.
okay, I
Listen.
can help you here.
Okay.
You gotta give me a second. You gotta let me answer the questions when they're asked. When I dropped her vehicle off looking for the guy, she said she wanted me to take her and drive around in my vehicle. So I left her vehicle. I went down to Food Lion and she was in my vehicle with me. And I dropped her off at home.
Damn,
Even as the detective grew impatient with Prince's constant talking, Prince kept control for a while. He knew how to work people and steer the room, and he wasn't about to give the detective an easy win. If not for the solid evidence tying him to the crime, this case might have stayed unsolved. The back and forth continued, both sides pushing for control and trying to force a slip.
the video, she is not.
The car sits there.
It sits there, man.
No, not in her car.
No hurry.
My car.
We
I
watched you
dropped
go
her
at
off
the
with my
food line.
car.
You did not drop anyone off, man.
I picked her back up. She sat in my car at Food Lion and I went back and got her.
No, you did not. When are you trying to say? Please explain. Explain yourself. Please explain at which point that we must have missed in the video that you dropped her off.
Okay.
We have a lot of it.
Okay. I get that. You don't have picture of her leaving Food Lion in my vehicle with me? If you don't, you should.
Why your vehicle never went back to her house? We have your vehicle, that silver car, going straight up 25 and not stopping at her house.
That's not true.
It is true.
I
Dan.
stopped at her house.
What's your wife gonna think about this?
Well, my wife would be very upset if I had done something, but I didn't, and I don't know where Edna is.
I think you do, Dan.
No. I don't know where Edna is.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Dan.
Let's go back to why you wiped the car down. What you said you were worried about what?
The only thing I did was because I knew I'd been in and out of her car all the time with her. I'm like, there is no way in hell I'm gonna just leave this thing here because she's got somebody that's after her.
Who would be after
Who's
her?
after her?
That guy with the fucking truck. She said she didn't trust him.
The PI?
Yeah, somebody she hired as a PI.
His story's totally different. He's been doing work for her. I mean, I mean, on the son-in-law thing, I mean, we've interviewed, I mean, he had no, he didn't meet with her that day. So that's just.
Right, that's why I said, she said she hired another PI, I'm sure you're recording this. If you
Yeah,
go back and
everything
listen
is.
to it, I told you, she said she had to hire another PI
So-
and she sold stuff.
So here's what we have. You're leaving and going back to the hotel, back the car and wipe it off.
Mm-hmm.
And we got you going, why behind the hotel? Why was it there?
I was just parked over there because she said she was wanting me to see the guys, if the guy actually showed up there. She said, I'm getting worried about this
At the
guy.
back of the hotel.
Yeah.
But you didn't stay there but a second. You jumped right out and wipe it down and take off.
The woman was carrying a gun, she was scared for her life.
She had a gun?
Yeah.
What kind of gun?
Some kind of little semi-automatic she had with her.
Okay. But then you go across through 2 or 3 other businesses to get over the food line, and you get in your car and leave. Is that correct? That's
I
what
just
you did.
walked this kind of the straightest route from there to food
You
line.
did, and it's not making sense of, I mean, you're the last person to be in a vehicle you wiped out of a lady that's missing.
That sounds really fucked up.
It does, that's why we're here, but, and then it's fucked up as it sounds, we're having to do it right, we're gonna do it right but we got guys down there now, they're homing in about where we think she might be. A lot of people, this is just getting bigger and out of control. I mean, a lot of people.
You think she might be where?
Somewhere between her house and the hotel where you dropped the car off.
You think that I have this lady,
Possibly.
okay, I'm gonna say this.
Possibly.
Okay, so
Enlighten me if I'm wrong.
you think, I imagine the way you're saying this, you think she's probably not alive.
We don't know.
We don't know, man. We
Okay.
don't know.
She could be somewhere.
Okay.
She could be going on a rendezvous with somebody. We don't know.
Well, she was kind of a little horny old broad.
Was she? Because we've looked at everything about her and it seems that way.
Yeah, she's a
Did she-
horny little old broad.
Did she ever pay you that way?
Hmm?
Did she ever pay you that way?
No.
Go down there?
No, I did not
Man, it's
accept
totally
money.
cool if she did.
I realize that.
But
It would be,
you have it all the time.
if that wouldn't be something that made sense. Okay. Look,
We're having to do this because this is the situation. So
Okay.
you're the last one with her, we got you on video.
I'm not, I'm not denying I was with her.
So,
Okay. You think, this is what I want to see what you're thinking here. You think that someplace from Food Lion to her house, this lady disappeared?
yeah, we know that. I mean, she disappeared between her house.
I dropped her off at her house. I dropped her off at her house because she said her daughter was coming up. And she says, I'll let my daughter and I deal with this. Because her daughter was supposed to meet this guy. And she was real afraid because her daughter hadn't got there. She wanted me to go with her instead because she wanted someone with
So
her.
her daughter was on the way.
That's what she
to
said.
go down and drop her off to get her a Jeep.
I don't know if that's why her daughter was on the way. Her daughter was going to, she said that would happen.
But why would you wipe the car down if you're nervous? I mean, you know it. Now you've known her for years.
Because she was having me leave a vehicle somewhere where someone might be after her, that she said that guy knew her vehicle and I wasn't going to have part of me on that vehicle. And that's it. People do strange, weird shit. I've got a real bad past from a long time ago. And unfortunately, my past from a long time ago, a kidnapping, probably makes this look really stupid. But that's not me,
Not
dude.
really.
I didn't.
That's
do
what we're
anything
saying,
bad.
man.
I didn't do anything bad, no.
Who do you think would have?
The guy that was hunting her down, or not hunting her down, that's a bad term. The guy that was supposed to be doing PI work that she said was kind of shady, she got a hold of this guy through some people she said she used to know years ago. And she said, they're not the most savory characters, but if I need something done to my son-in-law, I can get it done. And he can get the information for me.
Well, let's ask you this then. Benefit of the doubt. Between her house and the hotel,
Mm-hmm.
being you've been in there a couple times, is there any place she frequents between here and there that you know of that she mentioned that we need to go check and see where she is?
Okay, I don't know the area real good,
Yeah.
but I can tell you another place that I've been to with her previously, when we were out looking at stuff and
Or any
checking out
place she
materials.
mentioned? Go ahead.
There's a fruit market that's like got fruit and vegetables and something not that far from that.
One right across the street from her house.
No.
So it's further
No,
up or down?
this is down further. down, I think it's 25, I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
so you're going down, left or right? If you're going toward Trails Ridge.
We were on the right hand, we were on the same side of the road as her,
Uh-huh.
but she had driven around to a couple other little places she had stopped that day. And this was like 3-4 weeks before that.
Okay.
But you asked me if there's other places she goes.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
are other
we can
places
get
she
you.
goes.
What about those folks that you said that when y'all were coming back down, y'all stopped?
Looked at a truck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Truck and trailer?
Mhm.
Why'd y'all stop there?
What is it?
It was just there, we just pulled in and looked. I said, oh, that's kind of cool, let me see that. And I went ahead and did the loop around, came back, pulled in,
Okay.
and looked. I didn't even get out of the vehicle. I just looked and saw the price on it, which I don't remember, but
Where was it at?
on 25 heading south, I believe. If you want me to go down there with you and show you where all I've been, I'll be glad to.
And we may do that. We may.
What, was anyone like standing outside selling it, or was it
No,
like a used
no,
car
no,
lot?
no. It was just like in fact, you go down, there's a little road right there,
Okay.
and
Remember the name of the road?
no.
Tell you what, we got brought a map. You see the map? This is a makeshift map that we have constructed. It's topographical, so
Okay.
you can actually see design.
I don't know why it'd be that important where we stop to look at a vehicle for 30
Yeah, we're
seconds.
checking.
We'll vent your storage just like everybody else.
Okay. All right. Where's her house?
This
Help me
is
out.
25, her house is right there.
Okay, and now is North Carolina that way or this way?
That way, this is
Okay.
north.
So when we were coming down this way, yeah, I move.
Yeah, go for it.
You don't.
Go.
It was kind of like a little road like this, or just something off like this, and there was a lot there, and people, it looks like parked vehicles there for sale.
Which is north, which is south?
That's north.
Which road?
It was like something like right here, or, because there was a little road, you see how that looks, is that a little road?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Yeah, see me either.
Yeah, it just looks like a driveway, but where's her house?
He said it was up here.
Yeah, okay, and there's a food stand on that side.
That's not it.
So you come down.
I don't know where the fruit stand is, I'm not gonna be able to find it for you.
That's fine, it's,
But there's like, you see how this says Steamy Valley Road?
yeah,
There's something like, well, that's not it because there's buildings right there.
right.
Okay, but it was kind of going this way, there was a road that come off this way. It didn't look like a big main road, but there was a little place right here that you pull in, and people had vehicles out there for sale. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about if you're from down
If we
there.
get down there, I think we've probably driven by.
So you stopped at Food Lion to meet with Edna to go back up to her house to meet with the PI guy?
Yeah, I told her I'd meet her there because I was getting some yogurt.
So you drove an extra 15 minutes down to Food Lion just to get yogurt?
Because she said she was supposed to meet the guy down that way.
Okay. But then you drove back up there
Back up where?
to her house. So you met with her at Food Lion, you got your yogurt,
Mm-hmm.
you met with her at Food Lion, and drove back to her house. So you met with her around 9:30-ish.
Mhm.
You go up there.
Because the guy wasn't where he was supposed to be. She called, he said he would be there in a couple hours.
Okay. Call her house phone or cell phone?
She had a cell phone on her. She had 2 cell phones on her.
Okay. 2 cell phones she has.
Mm-hmm. She had a little flip phone, and she had a bigger cell phone. And she was talking to her daughter on one, and she talked to the guy on a little flip phone.
Okay. Gotcha. And then you go up there
Mm-hmm.
to her house.
We went to her house because he said it was going to be a while.
Okay, what did it say about wood?
And then she called her daughter and talked to her daughter and said, are you coming to meet me or what? Because she hadn't come to meet her.
Okay. And what did her daughter say?
I don't know. I couldn't hear the other side of the conversation. But she told me, she says she'll be here in a little while.
Can you circle where you think y'all stopped?
We might take a field trip.
I can't circle where I think because I don't have a place I think. I just know it was on that road.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to try to.
It's on the right, you think?
Yeah, well, because we were going south toward Food Lion.
All right.
When we went back down that way, this guy ran her around. She was talking to him on a cell phone, ran her around 3 or 4 times, and she was getting more and more and more nervous about it.
Mhm.
And that's why I got nervous, because I'm like, this sucks, this sucks. I'm in the middle of this. I got this old lady with me. This sucks. So, but after I got done, she said her daughter She says, take me back home. She wanted some of her medicine. I took her back home. We went into her house, and that was the first time I'd been in her house that day. And when we were in the house, I don't know if she talked to her daughter again or not. You know, come on. I don't know.
We don't see that on her phone records or her daughters. Her daughters they're very cooperative. They're riding the roads looking for her.
Sure.
So we've
You don't see where she talked to her daughter at all that day?
No.
I think you need to look
It
again.
was on the morning that the daughter told us.
Okay. You don't see where she talked to her daughter at all that morning?
One time.
One time.
Okay.
The run around, are you coming to get me? We don't see that.
I don't know. I know she talked to her daughter one time with me.
You ever met her, the daughter?
Never met her daughter.
Okay.
You ever met her son?
Never met anybody in her family but Edna.
Okay.
I've met no people
You
other
ever met her
than
neighbors?
No.
Your neighbors, but you've driven to before?
Sure.
Okay.
I drove to this house like 3 or 4 years ago.
And you were up there earlier in the week too, this house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, we're gonna be able to see your car pulling out of this house on those days?
Oh my God. I'm good to go. You know why I'm good to go?
What?
She's got cameras all around her house. I'm good to go because she's got cameras. It'll show that I dropped her off.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She's got cameras. She told me she kept cameras because she was keeping them there because if people show up or something, she wants to have a record of who was there. It will show that I dropped her off and I pulled away.
You talking about her house cameras?
Mm-hmm.
That don't work.
What? No, come on, man.
Somebody unplugged them.
She told me that those cameras were there to keep track. She told me that a long time ago.
Long time ago stuff.
Yeah, she was talking to me about the cameras and stuff.
Their batteries are dead.
I dropped her off. She was going to have her daughter take her back to get her vehicle when she was done.
Okay, so y'all drove down, right? She's with you in the Jeep, okay? You go back to the food
Jeep? Her Jeep, yeah.
She's with you. You go back to the food line first, and you drop her off there. She's gonna wait by your car.
You lost me. Can I have some more water?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm having trouble even.
I understand.
I'll-
So,
You understand the question I was asking?
that's fine. So,
You guys said I did something to this lady?
we don't know. That's why we're trying to find it.
Man, I'm going to tell you something right now.
You can tell me where to look.
Honest engine. If I knew where Edna was, I would tell you. If I knew who this guy was in this truck that she was having me watch for her with, she asked me if I would help protect her and take care of her because she wanted to make sure that this guy didn't do something stupid because she was hiring somebody shady.
No.
Because she
There's a
wanted to
PI.
have something done to her son-in-law. She had to.
Did she ever say PI's name?
Mm-mm. No, she said she hired one guy and gave him like $6,000 as a PI. I think that's what it was.
Daniel said he spent 2 hours driving with Edna, talking about her family problems. He claimed he dropped her at her house afterward. But surveillance video told a different story. He insisted the home cameras would back him up, only to be told they weren't working. As the detectives tried to redirect the interview, Daniel kept control of the room, talking over pauses, jumping from point to point, and filling space with details. Volume still made it hard for them to cut in, even as they pressed him on gaps in his account.
Anything to her. The only person that could have possibly wanted to do anything to her would have been the son-in-law because she said he was very, very controlling and very mean to her daughter. And she said that he knew that she had gotten the private investigators looking for her daughter's stuff. So to me, it sounds like he could be somebody that might have done something or know somebody that did something.
So she's very, you said it yourself, she's a very horny old lady.
Yeah, because she's always talking about guys. And she said my daughter thinks that I can get any guy I want.
What kind of relationship is she having with folks?
I think it's more of
A sexual thing?
you know, she mentioned to me that there was a guy that she'd had a sexual relationship with like 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That she said was much younger. And she said she had recently got back in touch with him online, I think, or on the phone.
Any idea who he might be?
No, she never gave me names.
Anyone else she's sleeping with?
I don't know if she was sleeping with him, sir.
Okay.
I don't know.
So she just liked to talk to guys, she didn't do anything sexual?
I don't know. I don't know. She said she was talking to people, because I asked her, said, I was talking to her about her thing, she said, meeting guys, and I said, her daughter's worried about her meeting guys and stuff like that.
How's she meeting guys? She's 80 years old.
Online.
Do you know which websites?
No.
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 Okay. So not like Match or eHarmony, nothing like that?
I don't know anything about Match or eHarmony.
What's the, you got the,
Country, what's that?
Farmers Only?
You can name a dozen of them, but she never mentioned to me the name of a dating
Plenty
site.
of Fish.
I don't know if she's on a dating site.
Mingle 2.
Online doesn't necessarily mean a dating site. I don't know.
Okay. What'd she say she likes to do day to day then? Did she ever talk to you about that?
She took care of her dog.
Okay.
She had her little dog. I had to chase her dog around the yard with her one day because her dog wouldn't come back in. Dog's name is Winter, I think.
What kind of dog is it?
Black, furry, yappy.
Yappy.
Little yappy fur ball. Looks like a collie, but really small and really dark.
Huh. Okay.
But not a collie, just a little yappy black fur ball.
Did you see any suspicious cars up there that day?
I have never seen any suspicious vehicles or anything suspicious going on at all.
Okay.
Daniel started naming other people the detectives should look at, putting her son-in-law at the top. The detectives were doubtful, but he kept steering the talk and blocking their questions. His forceful take-charge style was on full display again.
I think it had something to do with a rabbit. And she says, there's a really nice park down there. Oh! I know another place she said she used to like to go.
Yeah.
She said, we have the only covered bridge I know of in this county. And she says, there's a covered bridge around here. She said, you should see it. It's really cool. And I never went to it with her. But she mentioned that she liked to go there and walk a covered bridge.
We know where it's at. We'll send some guys there then. Might be a possibility.
You know, things come to you as you're...
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are... From things you've said, you probably don't believe me. You keep asking me where
Yeah,
Ellen is.
there's some
But I'm not-
discrepancies, but
I get it, but it's not like major stuff, you know. I mean, I've been there with her more than one time. I've been around her. The whole day was kind of screw up to me. And I didn't honestly remember if it was Thursday or Friday. And when you asked me to begin with, were you down there? And I was like, the date didn't throw me. And I'm like, yeah, I was there earlier in the week and I was there Thursday or Friday.
So you've been down there multiple times, right?
4 times,
4 times.
I think. Don't hold me to that.
In your entire life?
No, not true.
Okay. How many times have you been down
I'd been down there before 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, 3 or 4
So
years
not
ago.
in my entire life.
Okay. So 3 or 4 years ago you went down there and then kind of fell out, didn't really talk
No,
to
there
her?
was no fallout. I went down there, I'd met her. I wasn't going to do the job she wanted done because it was beyond my capabilities as one person, and it was also very hot at that time of year to be doing that kind of outside work. She said she wanted some work on her deck, and I was going to go do that, but it wasn't really something I would do by myself. So there was no other communication to her for a long time, and then she got my number and called me back. She keeps numbers. She's got a whole bunch of numbers, I guess. And by the way it sounded, she said, I kept your number. I always thought I might get back to you if I needed more work. And she got back to me, and she'd had 2 or 3 things, but it kept falling apart because she needed money for a PI.
In this stretch of the interview, Daniel talked a lot but said almost nothing. One detective saw through the routine, recognized the manipulation, and stayed unconvinced by his claims from start to finish.
Have you talked to the guy she had a judgment against?
She had judgment against?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Huh?
Tell me about that.
Okay. Are you guys really talking to me because you're like hoping to find something that's real,
yeah,
even if
but
it's
sure.
not
I
real?
don't know anything about that.
Dude, we're not gonna drive an hour and a half, 2 hours up here for bullshit.
But you're not, if I'm talking to you about this, you're honestly interested in this. You just
Yes,
haven't
dude.
like nailed me to the floor that you're gonna start trying me for something.
No, what we want to
We're
do.
interested.
Huh?
Get information,
We are
because we
interested
don't
in
have
it.
Okay,
information.
there's a guy she was having a bunch of problems with.
Okay.
She hired him I believe she got his name from a family friend. She says, I've known the family forever. He came over and did some duct work for her. She said she paid him for doing all this duct work and found out that he'd only done just a little bit and didn't do all the duct work. And she sued him, and she had a judgment against him.
When?
Can I just,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
let me talk through it, and I'll answer anything you've got, I promise. She said she had a judgment against him, and there was also something, now I don't know if it's the truck is the same person, but she also had a lien to get a truck that she was gonna sell, that somebody picks up. But this guy went to court, and she had won against him. Well, when he was supposed to go back to court, she said he got an extension on it.
Okay.
And when she got the extension on it, or he got the extension on it, not she. He got an extension on it. She was supposed to go back this month sometime, I don't know the date. And she was hoping that he would just gotten the extension because he wanted the money, but she said she'd been having a lot of problems with him, and he was not being nice about it.
You know his name?
No, sir.
Shouldn't be hard to find.
I mean, you should be able to look up if she's got a judgment against somebody.
Find nobody's business.
This is why I asked him a few minutes ago, does any of this stuff make sense that her daughter's had problems with this, that, and the other thing? Because otherwise I found myself like an idiot.
So you talked a lot about her daughter. What about problems with her son?
Actually,
Did she ever talk about her son?
he's very protective and kind of like the saint of her life.
Really?
You know, she loved her son very much, loves her daughter very much too. But she loves her son very much and she loves her daughter very much. And she said that the daughter and the son don't get along at all. And I wouldn't take anything from that to have to do with this.
After 90 minutes, Daniel starts to run out of steam, a small relief to the detectives. He's talked nonstop, but nothing solid has surfaced, and their doubts about his story keep getting stronger.
And here's why. One, I'm a nervous person, I don't do well. And two, I've been told not to ever take one by the previous attorney I had because he said, you're not gonna do well on it.
Because you're so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Heard that before. Or your phones won't tell us, corroborate what you told us today, because we're gonna search them.
Tell you what,
I mean, your travels, because it, documents, the phone does, it hits phone towers, where you're going, where you stop.
fine.
Okay.
You want me to sign, you don't need a warrant?
We do, or either, you can sign it.
I'll sign, you can search for where my phone says I
We
go.
may do that here in a minute, but
I'd be more than happy to.
we're gonna go figure out what we're gonna do next, to see if we can get you to Greenville and get you arranged so you can get back on with your life, or whatever we're gonna do from here.
What are you actually charging me with?
Well, she's missing, the family's reported her car stolen, so auto theft, that's it for us.
You can't be having a stolen car if you're in possession of it, so it won't be auto theft. So
She
she's
wasn't in
missing
It's grand larceny.
Grand larceny.
the car, I don't have it.
You did, we got
You
your video.
did.
Okay,
That's where we're at right now. So,
okay. So this is kind of like back years ago, the false statement on the vehicle title, we'll use grand larceny so we can keep tabs on you.
Oh, it's a legitimate charge, but
But I told you, she said for me to drive it, you gotta prove I didn't.
if she was here to tell us that, we'd be golden,
And
and you would be too.
But again, here's the thing, for you to show grand larceny, you have to show that I stole it and didn't have permission to use it, okay? And you're not gonna be able to prove that. So the grand larceny
Maybe
thing,
you'll get out of it, it sounds like.
okay, I'm not trying to get
I
out
know,
of
it sounds
anything.
like you might have a,
I'm not trying to
I
get
call that
out
a call.
of something. What I'm just saying to you is you gotta have more than a grand larceny charge that you're wanting to hold me on. What are you wanting to hold me on besides grand larceny? What are you
we
planning
didn't
to
say
charge
we
me
wanna
on?
hold you.
Oh,
We didn't even say that.
I thought you said you were gonna take me down there and
We are,
charge me with
but
grand larceny.
it's a Greenville charge, yeah, we got a warrant on you.
So you gotta come to
It ain't
agreement.
what we wanna hold you on it, we're gonna charge you with it, but. it's
So I can bond out and go home?
Possibility,
Okay.
possibility.
You're not charging me with anything other than grand larceny?
Not right now, unless something comes up that's just stupid.
We need to
find
charge
out.
you with anything else?
No, I'm just asking you what you're doing. If somebody
No.
had you sitting in this chair and there were two
I
detectives
can-
talking to you, wouldn't you wanna know what they're charging you with?
You're right, you're exactly right.
Asked whether he'd taken a polygraph, Daniel said no. He started explaining why. He gets too nervous and thinks it would throw off the results, but drifted off track and slipped back into rambling. Soon after, the detectives wrapped it up and the interview ended.
I'll tell you what, guys, let's make this really easy. If you want to take me down to Greenville to arraign me for grand larceny of a vehicle, I will be more than willing to sign any extradition or anything you need to take me down there and arraign me on grand larceny.
You seem very, very relieved this is grand larceny.
Because you're talking to me about a missing person.
And not murder or kidnapping,
Yeah,
nothing like that.
man, those are biggies compared to grand larceny.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm relieved is, okay, if somebody was questioning you, saying that someone's missing and that you're the last person that saw them, wouldn't you be relieved that they didn't think you kidnapped or killed somebody?
Well, I'll let you know if I'm ever in that chair.
But doesn't that make sense to you? I've been real honest with you guys. I've told you what was going on.
You done?
Yeah, let's see if we can get our paperwork.
Can I pee somewhere?
Yes, we'll find you a place, 'cause I got a pee too.
please, sir.
Yeah, 'cause I got a pee too.
As the interview wound down, it was clear Daniel's nonstop talking hadn't given detectives much they could use. This kind of long, empty answer is common with compulsive liars, and the room felt off. Before closing, they asked if he'd taken a polygraph. He said no, blaming nerves, then drifted again. With that, the interview ended. In March 2022, a jury found Prince guilty on all charges. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. At sentencing, members of Edna Suttle's family spoke about their loss and said they hoped he would never be released. Afterward, some media reports suggested Prince might be tied to other unsolved crimes, and a few even labeled him a serial killer. But those claims haven't been proven. There is no confirmed evidence linking him to other cases beyond the crimes for which he was convicted.